All right, in this module, we'll be looking at task M4, Authorization Package Updates. In this task, we update plans, assessment reports, plans of action and milestones based on the results of the continuous monitoring process that we're just working about in the last task. Potential inputs to this task include the security and privacy assessment reports, the organization and system level risk assessment results, the security and privacy plans, and the plan of action and milestones, or what's referred to as the POAM. Expected outputs are updated security and privacy assessment reports, updated plans of actions and milestones, updated risk assessment results, and updated security and privacy plans. Primary responsibility for this task is the system owner and common control provider. They're supported by the information owner or information steward, system security officer, system privacy officer, senior agency official for privacy, and the senior agency information security officer. It does align with the system development lifecycle. For a new system, it aligns with operations and maintenance. For existing systems, it aligns with operations and maintenance. It does align to the cybersecurity framework. It aligns with RSIM improvements. Organizational response activities are improved by incorporating lessons learned from current and previous detection and response activities. And here we go, jump into the task. To achieve near real-time risk management, the organization updates security and privacy plans, security and privacy assessment reports, and the plan of action and milestones on an ongoing basis. Updates to the plans reflect modifications to the controls based on risk mitigation activities carried out by system owners or common control providers. Updates to control assessment reports reflect additional assessment activities carried out to determine control effectiveness based on implementation details in the plans. So in this, we're really updating the documentation based on the activities in the last task. We want to make sure things stay as up to date as possible, and this achieves our near real-time risk management. Keep these documents updated. Remember, they're all living documents. The security plan, the privacy plan, the security assessment report, the privacy assessment report, and the plan of action and milestones are all living documents that continually are updated based on changes in the environment, new assessments, and new things that impact the system. The plan of action and milestones are updated based on progress made to the current outstanding items. They address security and privacy risk discovery as part of the control effectiveness monitoring and describe how the system owner or common control provider intends to address those risks. So there's really two things going on here with the plan of action and milestones. We're continuing to address those items, those deficiencies that were uncovered in the initial assessment. We're closing those things out. But as continuous monitoring goes on, and we have continuous assessment of controls, we may find new findings that are discovered by the control assessor that are added to the plan of action and milestones. We need to address those, determine their timeline and milestones, and start correcting them. Updated information raises awareness of the security and privacy posture of the system and the common controls inherited by the system, thereby supporting a near real-time risk management and ongoing authorization process. We keep our organizational officials, including the authorizing official, informed of changes to the system, changes to the control status, changes in the plan of action and milestones. This helps them make a better risk-based decision for continuing to approve the system. The frequency of updates to the risk management information is at the discretion of the system owner or common control provider and the authorizing official in accordance with federal and organizational policies and is consistent with the organizational and system level continuous monitoring strategies. So this update frequency can be defined by the system owner, common control provider, and also the authorizing official. The authorizing official is going to have heavy weight in this to determine when the frequencies of these updates are made and when the reports are submitted to them for their review to ensure the system is in line with the risk management policy of the organization within risk tolerances and still acceptable for the AO to accept the risk of that system. The updates to the information regarding the security and privacy posture of the system and the common controls inherited by the system are accurate and timely, since the information provided influences ongoing actions and decisions by the authorizing officials and other senior leaders within the organization. Again, providing timely information on the status of the risk of the system and those controls that either have or have not been implemented, and how the system impacts the risk of the organization. The use of automated support tools and organization-wide security and privacy program management practices ensures that authorizing officials can readily access the current security and privacy posture of a system. Ready access to the current security and privacy posture supports continuous monitoring and ongoing authorization, and promotes near real-time management of risk to organizational operations and assets, individuals, other organizations, and the nation. So we want to make sure, again, that the officials and the AO have access to the most current information about the system and its risks and controls that haven't been implemented, as well as the plan of action and milestone statuses, so that they can continue to make an informed risk-based decision. Organizations ensure that the information needed for oversight, management, and auditing purposes is not modified or destroyed when updating the security and privacy plans, assessment reports, and plans of action and milestones. So we want to have a line back to the original assessment through these documents. So we don't remove anything, we don't destroy anything, we don't delete anything. We just continually add to them, updating the information. So we don't want to remove any information from these documents once it's created. We just continue to add to it and update that information. Providing an effective method to track changes to systems through configuration management procedures is necessary, and it's necessary to achieve transparency and traceability in the security and privacy activities of the organization, to obtain individual accountability for any security or privacy actions, to understand emergency trends in the security and privacy programs of the organization. So we want to make sure we track changes, we have strict control of the documents, and we don't, again, delete things from the documents. It provides traceability from when the system was initially authorized to its current state. References for this task include Special Publication 830 and Special Publication 853 Alpha. In this module, we discuss Task M4, its inputs and outputs, roles and responsibility, SDLC and CSF lifecycle alignment, real-time risk management, the plan of action and milestones, security and privacy posture, update frequency, security and privacy posture. Again, in a second slide, automation, data protection, change tracking, and references. If any of this doesn't look familiar to you, go back and watch that portion of the video again. And if it all makes sense, on to the next video. Or if you're taking the course, on to the course material to provide you further information on this task.